Bless you. Welcome to This Is It 4321 Before the Fire. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to record a video and you're going to have to watch it on another platform while we go back and forth with YouTube about their unjust policies. It's okay to give us strikes for the exact same content that's all over YouTube. I literally mean the identical picture. Anyway, but ours is sexual nudity or sexual gratification and nudity for an Ozzy Osbourne album cover for a devil tarot card. Go type into YouTube The Ultimate Sin Ozzy Osbourne. It'll bring up the album cover. You'll see 20 people with the same album cover. We get a strike for it. Go type in Devil Tarot card. It'll bring up 15, 20 videos with the Devil Tarot card. But we use it for 1 second. We get a strike for it. Go type in Sistine Chapel and type in Minos, M-I-N-O-S, Minos, God in hell, Minos on the Sistine Chapel. You'll see a breakdown in video after Minos with a serpent coiled around him eating his wanker. It's okay for them to have it, but we can't have it. Okay, that means what I'm about to show you, there's no way they'll let you watch it on YouTube. So this is the beginning of the video that you're going to watch somewhere else, but I'm going to cut this little part out and say, okay, now y'all need to go over here, and we'll plug that in. Okay, here we go. All right, now, y'all know that the Lord has gifted me in a very unique way to be able to see things that other people can't see. Jesus said, I've come to restore the sight to the blind and show those that think they see that they are blind. The Pharisees said, are you saying we're blind? And Jesus said, if you were actually blind, you wouldn't be guilty, but your guilt remains because you claim you can see. I'm going to bear witness to that kind of blindness, and I'm also going to bear witness to a insane supernatural gift that the Lord gave me called the language of angels. I've shown you before, Detective Spooner's badge is one good way of showing it. It's so easy. He's a detective. What does a detective do? He apprehends people. He arrests people. He's a detective. He's like a cop. Apprehends, catch, arrests people. His badge number is 4084. The number of 4084 in the Bible means to apprehend, catch, and arrest. Okay, if I can show you that same thing thousands of times in other movies, the same exact usage of numbers and numerology that goes straight to the Bible that correctly identifies exactly what's going on at that moment. He's showing his badge and he's a detective. His badge number means apprehend, catch, and arrest. That's not possible. That means that some kind of code has been cracked and the Lord has let me crack it. And so now I'm going to use that and I'm going to show you Barack Obama came out with a commercial called Unfinished Business. Okay, well, we're going to show you that commercial, and then we're going to show you the business he was up to before he did this Unfinished Business commercial. You'll see. Now, here we go. Let me show you what 2028 means. It's Haraga, right here, Haraga. It means slaughter and carnage. Complete slaughter and carnage. The flock is doomed to slaughter. That's the word haraga, slaughter. The flock is doomed to slaughter twice in Zechariah, in Jeremiah, but rather the valley of slaughter. For in the day of carnage, hara, the number is 2028. But in the valley of the slaughter, for they will bury. And you can go look all those up yourself. So anyway, so this number was purposely used at the beginning of the Obama clip. I'm going to show you other numbers that were used that match exactly the prophetic utterance the Lord gave me back in 2007. Remember the great wall, which holds back the abundance of the rivers, shall burst forth, bringing the hand of the oppressor against you. Who's the oppressor? Obama and all the little minions that are being systematically changed over to the serpent race. That's the oppressor. Just like the abomination of desolation, that entity that makes desolate the host body system, that destroys all the good in it, and all the evil just takes over the entire system. Just like the clip in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, where it says, you will become us, Dr. Jones, And the best part of all, you'll never even know it's happening.
Imagine to peer across the world and know the enemy's secrets, to place our thoughts into the minds of your leaders. Make your teachers teach the true version of history, your soldiers attack on our command. We will be everywhere at once, more powerful than a whisper, invading your dreams, thinking your thoughts for you while you sleep. We will change you, Dr. Jones. All of you, from the inside. We will turn you into us. And the best part? You won't even know it's happening.
That's what's happening to the entire world right now. The whole world is being taken over. It says it in, I believe it's Isaiah 47. And this mischief from where it cometh, you'll know not, and you will not be able to put it off. I believe that's how it's mentioned in Isaiah. And it also talks about the Lady of Kingdoms, that her time has come. She thought she could disguise herself and her wickedness would not be uncovered. However, the Lord used me to uncover her wickedness. That's why the virgin is a dead sheep when you invert it. Okay, now let's get started. Let's just do this. Ready? Let's go straight to this. I want you to notice, I'll show you a couple things about this, but we're going to wait till the very end of the video to break it down after you get to see all the other stuff that you need to see in between. You ready? Here we go.
Okay, I need my phone.
Before we start, to be continued, Obama's video sparks 2028 presidential run buzz. 2028, right here, slaughter, carnage. They put that there on purpose. That is not just someone like kind of, ad-libbing their own little text on it. I went and checked at Associated Press where it came from, and that was part of the original production right here. So anyone that wants to go, or APT, that's where I went to find it. This was part of the video. Okay, one other thing I want to show you is we're going to look at this stuff in the language of angels. I'll break it down for you. But I want to show you the chair he's sitting on. Very unique chair. Look at it. That's done for a reason. That chair looks like a sheep that's been...
dropping 2,000...
Sorry. Like a sheep that's been fleeced. Look at the chair he's sitting on. Now remember, Lucifer will sit in the seat of Elohim, claiming to be God. Remember when Obama stood at the Twin Tower site, where the Twin Towers were at Ground Zero? He said, "Be still and know that I am God."
Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth.
He was reading that in the same kind of way that when Jesus told the Jews, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." And the Jews said it took 46 years to build the temple, and you can raise it in 3 days. And Jesus says, "You've heard what I said, but you haven't understood." When Barack Obama stood at Ground Zero, the Twin Towers had been destroyed, the twin system. Now they're saying the one world system, the double down, is taking over. That's what the One World Freedom Tower represents, a new host body system that will be the house of only Satan. So you will either submit to Satan, go hand over your free will, or you won't have a house to be in. That's it. They'll kill you. So anyway, he stood there and he read Psalm 46. Be still and know that I am God. He was standing in the temple of God, claiming to be God. That's what he was doing. Because the twin system is gone, and he's the God of the double down system that's become the one thing. Do you get it? Okay, now, here we go. So let's pay attention. Let me see if this thing will expand. You know what? I'll leave it right like that. Here we go, guys.
Okay, I need my phone back. We're so excited to talk to you about the Obama Presidential Center today. Got it. Hold on one second. I can't believe I'm still dealing with this.
I've got some unfinished business.
Oh, you want some of this?
Okay. Let me give you the obvious points because you're going to have to wait till the end of the video to watch this whole thing broken down. I want to show you a couple things. Here, the bell is ringing because they are sounding the bell. That is a call to arms on his phone. The ding, it's just their way of saying, ding, get ready to go. Now watch this.
I can't believe I'm still dealing with this.
I've got some unfinished business.
I've got some unfinished business. Now watch how he walks towards the lens. This is completely done with intent. He walks directly to take over the entire screen and turn it black. Watch. There it is. You know why? Darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people of the earth. And Obama just got up and showed you what his unfinished business is. I've got some unfinished business. Complete darkness. And he's coming out now. Watch. Okay, now he's poking his head out like he's acting all tough. Oh, you want some of this? What do you notice about his logo now? Watch. Okay, they turned it to an eye. They turned it to an eye. Sorry, I'm going to try and pause it. And then the letter O it's blue, but the stripes used to be red and white, representing the Mahdi, the sun rising from the place of its setting. The letter O, Obama, now instead of going over red and white, it's all blue, saying that the Mahdi has risen over the West. That's exactly what that means. You know how I know? The indwelling spirit inside of me discerns it. No different than the Vatican is a snake eating angels. It's no different. I can see exactly what this is. So there it is. And then he says, you want some of this? Oh, you want some of this?
Okay, I need my phone back.
He's calling for the uprising.
We're so excited to talk to you about the Obama
2028, carnage, bloodbath.
presidential center today.
Got it. Hold on one second.
Again, calling to arms.
I can't believe I'm still dealing with this.
What's he still dealing with? The takeover, the usurpation of the United States. Remember, Obama, Brennan, Comey, Clapper, all those guys, Strzok, Page, all of them, Mueller, all of them. They were all involved in a fake Russian collusion hoax to try and take down a duly elected president. That's called treason. They're all treasonous. And treason is what happened in heaven. And so now you're seeing it play out. So now he says, I'm still dealing with this.
I've got some unfinished business.
I've got some unfinished business. Darkness is coming for the entire earth. And he's sticking his head out like it's time to do it. That's the all-seeing eye. It's blue. This represents the Mahdi rising over the stripes of the American flag. There is no longer red in it. It is saying that they have arisen and taken over. That's exactly what that means. Okay, now, ready? Video, it's called Complete Alert, Judas Goat. They turn everything upside down. Imagine this, then imagine dragons. Okay, this video is available at the Kleck Files. It's available on different people's platforms, the entire video, but I'm going to pick it up right here. Here we go. What I'm delivering, because there's a time coming that's going to be the greatest horror the world's ever seen. The Bible told us it was coming, and I am ringing a bell, and I am sounding a trumpet. I am saying, guys, pay attention now. I'm willing to step off the cliff to show you, so please just see it through, please. Okay, here we go.
2008, something unbelievable happened for us in the FBI. We were getting lots of rumors about this high-level asset that worked for several intelligence agencies at the same time. He worked for the Saudi intelligence service. He worked for the CIA, and he was being developed as a political asset in Chicago, Illinois. He was not even a United States citizen, but it was said that he was a student visa, and that he was a national from another country. In 2008, everyone in the intelligence structure found out who he was. It was this individual, whose name I don't like to say, who became president in 2008 of the United States.
I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States.
the office of President of the United States.
I want to pause that for 1 second. Those two children aren't even his children. He's standing there with fake children. He's standing there with a transgender dude and two fake children that belong to the Nesbitts. That's insane, but it's true.
One of his code names was Renegade. His real name was Barry Soetoro, but he adopted a different name for his political career. When they ran him for president, the cabal, basically, this was the culmination of so many of their plans for so many years. His mission was to destroy the United States from within, one institution at a time. One of the things he did.
I'm going to pause that. And behold, the abomination of desolation standing in the holy place where it should not be. That part of the prophetic utterance speaks about mighty is your enemy that has risen from within your own borders, like of the United States. Now behold, the abomination that causes desolation. That's the serpent seed within us, destroying the angelic essence. The snake inside of you, destroying the sheep inside of you. Behold, the abomination that causes desolation. That serpent seed makes desolate the temple of God, so you become desolate. There's no good left in anybody because the serpent consumes it out of everybody. And it's she is taking over, but she has forgotten the latter end of it. Okay, now I'm going to just pull it back here for a sec and then let it play. I just want to make sure I got those in so people understand. Here we go.
Toro, but he adopted a different name for his political career. When they ran him for president, the cabal, basically, this was the culmination of so many of their plans for so many years. His mission was to destroy the United States from within, one institution at a time. One of the things he did, of course, was he defunded our military. He brought down the resources that they got. But then he ordered our military in many, many instances and in various theaters to attack our allies and to defend and supply and help our enemies. That's exactly how he created ISIS. He would say publicly that the military were going to bomb our enemies. But then he would have the military actually bomb enemies of ISIS, our allies. He gave ISIS funding and equipment by basically ordering our military to take equipment into a certain theater and then abandon it.
In Afghanistan, you see American military equipment everywhere, from weapons to Humvees to aircraft, all left behind. We're talking about billions of dollars worth of equipment.
For the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, Afghanistan, where we left billions of dollars of equipment behind. We lost 13 beautiful soldiers, and 38 soldiers were obliterated. And by the way, we left people behind, too. We left American citizens behind.
That due to the negligence of this administration, the Taliban now has access to over $85 billion worth of American military.
Let that sink in for a sec. $85 billion worth of taxpayer money in military equipment purposely left by Obama over in Afghanistan when they did their alleged, oh, we have to leave Afghanistan immediately. It was a setup. It was all planned out. Leave all the military hardware over there for the enemies of the United States. And now you can see it playing out, can't you? Now you can see mighty is your enemy that has risen from within your own borders of the United States. We have this Islamic influx all over the world. We have politicians protecting it in all these different cities like New York, call to prayer, Islam prayer in New York City. Can you imagine if Christians wanted to call to prayer? How would that go? And then you have different places in the United States literally protecting the Islamic regime rising within us. Mighty is your enemy that has risen from within your own borders. Why do you think Obama's logo now is an all blue sun rising over blue stripes, showing that they've taken America? Wake up, sheeple. Here it comes. Here it comes. Let me go back just a little bit.
One of his code names was Renegade. His real name was Barry Sortoro, but he adopted a different name for his political career. When they ran him for president, the cabal, basically, this was the culmination of so many of their plans for so many years. His mission was to destroy the United States from within, one institution at a time. One of the things he did, of course, was he defunded our military. He brought down the resources that they got. But then he ordered our military in many, many instances and in various theaters to attack our allies and to defend and supply and help our enemies. That's exactly how he created ISIS. He would say publicly that the military were going to bomb our enemies. But then he would have the military actually bomb enemies of ISIS, our allies. He gave ISIS funding and equipment by basically ordering our military to take equipment into a certain theater and then abandon it.
In Afghanistan, you see American military equipment everywhere, from weapons to Humvees to aircraft, all left behind. We're talking about billions of dollars worth of equipment.
For the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, Afghanistan, where we left billions of dollars of equipment behind. We lost 13 beautiful soldiers, and 38 soldiers were obliterated. And by the way, we left people behind, too. We left American citizens behind.
That due to the negligence of this administration, the Taliban now has access to over $85 billion worth of American military equipment. That includes 75,000 vehicles, over 200 airplanes and helicopters, over 600,000 small arms and light weapons. The Taliban now has more Black Hawk helicopters than 85% of the countries in the world. But they don't just have weapons. They also have night vision goggles, body armor, medical supplies, and unbelievably, unfathomable to me and so many others, is that the Taliban now has biometric devices, which have the fingerprints, eye scans, and the biographical information of the Afghans who helped us over the last 20 years. And here's what we just learned again in the briefing that we just walked out of. Is this administration still has no plan to get this military equipment or these supplies back.
If I do win a second term as president, let me just say something to all my conspiracy-oriented friends on the right who think I'm planning to unleash some secret agenda. You're absolutely right. Okay, I need my phone back.
We're so excited to talk to you about the Obama presidential Senate today.
Got it. Hold on one second. I can't believe I'm still dealing with this.
I've got some unfinished business.
Oh, you want some of this? You're absolutely right. People would ask me, knowing what you know now, do you wish like you had a third term? And I used to say, you know what, if I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony, I'd be fine with that because
Joe Biden is talking about Imam Mahdi. Who is his Islamic teacher? Is he teaching him right? Which Imam is he talking about in his speech?
I'm going to pause. Joe Biden was doing videos saying he was meeting with his Islamic teacher every Wednesday at the White House. Now remember, Jen Psaki said, oh, Obama visits him regularly, but that's none of y'all's business. Huh. Joe Biden talking about Islam and about the tenets of Islam. That's kind of insane, don't you think? Here is an Islamic teacher. I saw these Islamic sites that are talking about Joe Biden being helpful to all of Islam within the U.S. Do you think Joe Biden was running his term? Or do you think they stole it from Trump and it was Obama from the basement, the pit in his sweats? There you go.
Joe Biden's words have created a controversy. Let's talk about it in detail. Brothers and sisters, ever since Joe Biden came into the office, his government has been advocating for human rights, and the awareness about Islam has also increased, especially after the cruel bans that Trump had imposed on the immigrants from the Muslim countries. You must have heard him talk about Islam and Muslims in his various interviews and speeches.
The coming of the Mahdi shall be preceded by the sun rising from the place of its setting.
June 2020, in detail, brothers and sisters, ever since Joe Biden came into the office, his government has been advocating for human rights, and the awareness about Islam has also increased, especially after the cruel bans that Trump had imposed on the immigrants from the Muslim countries. You must have heard him talk about Islam and Muslims in his various interviews and speeches.
Okay, now I'm going to pause this. You see right here? Barack Obama's logo right here. Now watch. Joe Biden's logo for president is the continuation of the rising sun. Obama was in the cult Subud to worship the rising sun. See, this will be the sun rising over the stripes of the American flag. Now, those red stripes are all blue, and the little clip Obama just played. Watch. So here's the rising sun, Obama. There's the Obama logo right here. Now here comes Joe Biden's logo. Watch this. So Joe Biden's logo is the three stripes of the American flag and the letter O showing the sun has fully risen, meaning the Mahdi, the Antichrist, is here. And now he's doing a little short video saying, hey, I got some unfinished business, 2028, carnage and death. There you go. No big deal.
In June 2020, in a video speech to Engage Action, an advocacy group for Muslim Americans, Biden quoted a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ that instructs, "Whoever among you sees something wrong, let him change it with his hand. And if he is not able to do so, then let him change it with his tongue. And if he is not able to do so, then with his heart." But this one speech that he delivered just recently is somewhat disturbing. Biden talks about some hidden imam who will appear when the time is right.
Do you know what you just heard? I have the clips of Biden talking about a hidden imam. How the hell would he know? So that means he knows the Antichrist, the hidden imam, is about to appear. Do you think he knows it's Obama? I mean, come on. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Watch.
Muhammad ﷺ that instructs, "Whoever among you sees something wrong, let him change it with his hand. And if he is not able to do so, then let him change it with his tongue. And if he is not able to do so, then with his heart."
Listen now.
But this one speech that he delivered just recently is somewhat disturbing. Biden talks about some hidden imam who will appear when the time is right. And after that, all that is bad and evil will be erased from the earth. But what about the hidden imam, brothers and sisters? Where is the imam hidden? Which hidden imam?
The future must not belong to those who slander the Prophet of Islam.
What I was suggesting, you're absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that that has not
Christian
come my Christian faith. And
as you all saw just an hour or so ago, President Obama announced that, President Biden.
So, do you know how many times people slipped and said President Obama during the Joe Biden term? Go look it up. They slipped over and over and over again. President Obama. Jen Psaki did it. Karine Jean-Pierre did it over and over. It was absurd. Everybody knows it was Obama that was running it.
Whoa! That is news. I know. We're going back, not forwards. We got to go forward.
What you know now, do you wish like you had a third term And I used to say, you know what, if I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony, I'd be fine.
Hadith from the Prophet Muhammad instructs, whomever among you sees a wrong, let him change it with his hand. If he is not able, then with his tongue. If he is not able, then with his heart. So many of you are living this teaching in your own communities every day.
Watch, Biden doesn't even know where he's at. Obama has to grab him and pull him off the stage. That's who was president during those years. The guy helping him off stage.
He's the president and he's on fire. Hotter than a fantasy, lonely like a highway. He's living in a world and it's on fire. Yeah. Filled with catastrophe, but he knows he can fly away. Oh, he's got both feet on the ground and he's burning it down. Oh, got our head in the clouds and he's not backing down. Oh, Obama's on fire. Oh, Obama's on fire. He's walking on fire. Oh, Obama's on fire.
The Judas goat is a trained goat used in general animal herding. The Judas goat is trained to associate with sheep or cattle, leading them to a specific destination. In stockyards, a Judas goat will lead sheep to slaughter, while its own life is spared.
Yes, we can! Yes, we can! Yes, we can! Yes, heck you say! Heck you say! Heck you say! Heck you say!
How obvious does it have to be? I just want you to know this video that you're going to see right now did over 8 million views. 8 million. I've had videos do 8 to 10 million views. And then YouTube comes and unjustly attacks this channel for nothing that was a violation. Why? Why? The Vatican's a snake. It's eating angels. The head of the snake, guys, is that guy right there on your screen. Why do you think his presidential portrait, he's a serpent? And the fang is a sperm. It's a breeding thing. They're going to breed out the essence of sheep and just make it all the serpent race. The sheep are the angelic beings that come into the system and get trapped and lose their souls. We are the stars. Yes, we are the stars, and we are the light beings that are trapped in the host body system of darkness, the beast system. Okay, now let's watch this clip. Here we go.
Here's an image of Akhenaten. Inside the image of Akhenaten, you'll see there's an alien. The image of the Queen Nefertiti, when turned upside down, becomes an image of a dead sheep. This will become significant later in this video. The word Akhenaten means worshippers of the sun. This again will become significant later in this video. The logo for Barack Hussein Obama and his presidency is the rising sun over the stripes of the American flag. It's symbolic of the sun rising over the west, or the sun rising from the place of its setting. This is also referred to in the Quran.
It's actually in the Hadith.
Coming of the Mahdi will be when the sun rises from the place of its setting. Now I would like for you to listen to this video by the P.P. Simmons Group. And we'll put the pieces together for you shortly after we run the video from Mr. Simmons. And we'll put the pieces together for you shortly after we run the video from Mr. Simmons.
In a heavily resourced and documented article at AmericanThinker.com titled Barack Hussein Sobarka by Jason Kistner, we find some amazing discoveries regarding the identity problem of Barack Hussein Obama. Jason Kistner is an associate professor of criminology at California State University, Fresno. Following is an edited synopsis of that article with an absolutely surprising find by the P.P. Simmons staff at the end of this video. One of the unexplained mysteries in the all but missing documentation of the early life of Barack Obama is the appearance of the name Sobarka as his last name on an official document filled out by his mother. We are in possession of Stanley Ann Dunham Sotoro's 1968 application to extend her 1965 passport for an additional 2 years.
Just so you understand what you're looking at, Stanley Ann Dunham, Barack's mother, CIA asset, she had to extend her passport renewal in Indonesia, and she included Barack on the back, like as a dependent. For his last name, she wrote Sobarka. You know what Sobarka is backwards? Hakrab Eos. You know what Hakrab is? Scorpion. You know what Eos is? Goddess of the dawn. Female. Scorpion, goddess of the dawn. Do you think that's remotely possible? Zero chance.
Her passport, by the way, is now reportedly destroyed. On the second page of the application, Ann Dunham attempted to exclude her son Barack Obama, or Sobarka, from her passport.
Right
but
over
the
here.
item has been crossed out, perhaps on the advice of the consulate in Jakarta, as this would have left 7-year-old little Barry passportless, so the exclusion did not happen. The appendage Sobarka seems to indicate a name change or a change in citizenship status for the boy. But there is a very good and surprisingly simple explanation for the seemingly random appearance of the name Sobarka on Obama's mother's passport application. Believe it or not, the reason appears to be linked to Loretta Fuddy. That's right. The same Loretta Fuddy, the Hawaii State Health Director who approved the release of Obama's long-form birth certificate and who recently and mysteriously died in a plane crash off the coast of Molokai. Obama's mother and Loretta Fuddy have one very strange factor in common. Both have been directly linked to the Subud cult, which originated in, of all places, Indonesia, and was founded by the Javanese Muslim Muhammad Sabu. The small cult appears to have around 20,000 members worldwide. Fuddy's cult member name was Diliana. Her official position was regional helper. Note also that the World Subud organization seems to have been based in, of all cities, Chicago. Wow, think about it. Indonesia, Chicago, Hawaii, 3 locales linked directly and very importantly to Obama's life. We also know from a Hawaii Advertiser article that Subud was introduced to Hawaii in the 1960s. Obama's mother was directly linked to Subud by her biographer and New York Times reporter Janie Scott in the book A Singular Woman, The Untold Story of Barack Obama's Mother.
I'm going to pause that. You know the book A Singular Woman? Do you know why? Because the system itself is good and evil, male and female. Just like I prayed Our Father from heaven and then Hail Mary from the pit. Okay, so you have male and female. The goal of this earth is to take all the male energy and consume it and turn it all to female. a singular woman. You get it? That's why the book is called A Singular Woman. By the way, look at the image of Hillary Clinton's book. It's the symbol for female, like the circle with the cross, like a mirror, and in the middle of the mirror is a star. They're star catchers. They're star eaters. Do you get it? I mean, just like the movie Hail Mary. You can't make this stuff up. There it is, A Singular Woman, the story of Barack Obama's mother. And no, it's a story of turning the whole world to female energy, a singular woman.
This book was reviewed by the New York Times, so this is a heavily documented fact. Loretta Fuddy worked her way up the ranks and became chairwoman of Subud USA, based in Seattle, from 2006 to 2008. But note that of all the persons that could have been installed as director of the State Department of Health in Hawaii, Hawaii chose Fuddy, a leader of a small cult with roots in Indonesia and connections to Barack Obama's mother. Secondly, remember that Fuddy assumed the directorship position in Hawaii in January 2011 after being appointed by Hawaii's governor just a few months before the release of Obama's long-form birth certificate.
Let me just jump in. So what they're saying is, out of all the people in the world for Hawaii to appoint as a health director, it turns out to be Loretta Fuddy, who's part of the Indonesian cult with Barack Obama's mother, and she would be the one to verify Barack's birth certificate as being real, which was proven 100% false by Joe Arpaio and Mike Zullo. Give me a break, guys. This is stupid, insane, obvious. Enough.
Changing one's name for spiritual reasons was something frequently done by followers of the cult Subud. And Stanley Ann Sotoro was, in fact, closely associated with Subud. We know that. It is reasonable, then, to suppose that Sobarka, the name chosen for Obama on that passport, arose in the same way new names for others, like Diliana.
So the cult of Subud, just go read about it. Go read Wikipedia. A lot of times the cult gives them a new name, and they gave Barry Soetoro Barack Hussein Sobarka. They gave him the name Hakrab Eos, Scorpion, Goddess of the Dawn. It's right in front of you.
Loretta Fuddy did. But remember that the name Sobarka appears in the passport renewal section labeled amend to include or exclude children. The name Barack Hussein Obama Sobarku is crossed out. This signifies that Obama's mother had apparently decided to exclude Barack from her passport renewal. Apparently, Stanley Ann Dunham Sotoro changed her mind about the exclusion. Perhaps this was done after having been informed by the consulate there that doing so would leave Barack without a passport. But there is another possibility, one just as valid and even simpler. What if Obama's mother was trying to include Obama in the renewal, but she wasn't able to produce a birth certificate, and the Subud name Sobarka simply did not suffice legally? That could explain why the name Sobarka appears nowhere else in any of Obama's documentation of which we are currently aware. But now for the real shocker in this entire matter. The staff at P.P. Simmons did some research and found an old picture of the founder of the cult of Subud, one Mohammed Sabu Sumohadi Wijojo. Do you see anything odd here? Think about it. Fuddy, Obama's mother Dunham, Subud, Hawaii, Chicago, Indonesia, no birth certificate, Sobarka on the passport, a dead Hawaii Department of Health director, the one who conveniently certified Obama's forged and fabricated long-form birth certificate. Are all of these simply odd coincidences, or is there something more here? I have a feeling we will soon know the truth.
Fact number one, Subud is the name of its founder, Mohammed Sabu. He was given that name as a new name from an unknown passerby during a near-death childhood experience. Here is an excerpt.
The coming of Subud, the child fell sick and for several days could not take food. His death seemed inevitable, and the women of the house were wailing their laments when an old man passing by asked the reason, and on being told that the child was dying, he asked his name. He said the name was wrongly chosen and that he should be called Mohammed Sabu. His father accordingly changed the name from that moment and began to take food and become strong
Fact
and
number
healthy.
two, The Mahdi must come from the line of Muhammad. This also fits with the Bedouin tribe correlation as well. Fact number 3, the name Sabu means sunrise or dawn. Fact number 4, the coming of the Mahdi or Antichrist will be preceded by the sun rising from the place of its setting.
Also, I want to remind you how many videos are out on the web now of the sun rising from the place of its setting. In different parts of the world, we have videos of 2 suns in the sky, and it's not a sundog. It looks like another sun.
Which is the West. Barack Obama's campaign logo. Fact number 5, the cult of Sabud. The coming of the Mahdi, or Antichrist, will be preceded by the sun rising from the place of its setting, which is the West. Barack Obama's campaign logo is the sun rising over the West.
And now it's all blue.
Fact number 5, the cult of Sabud, or rising sun, originated in Indonesia. Barack and his mother lived in Indonesia, and Barack was raised in Indonesia. Fact number 6, Loretta Fuddy is also a member of the rising sun cult, Sabu. Remember that Obama's logo is a rising sun, and the name Sabu means rising sun. Fact number 7, Stanley Ann Dunham Sotero is Barack Obama's mother. She also raised Barack Obama in Indonesia, the same as the origin of the rising sun cult called Sabu. Oddly enough, the founder of Sabu, or rising sun, looks identical to Barack Obama, who also has a logo that is a rising sun. Fact number 8, Loretta Fuddy, a member of the rising sun cult, Sabu, is an acquaintance of Barack Obama's mother, who is also a member of the same cult from Indonesia. Fact number 9, Loretta Fuddy was recently mysteriously killed in a plane crash.
I'm going to pause this for one moment. I am a skydiving videographer. I am a tandem instructor. I am a static line instructor in skydiving. Okay, I've jumped out of lots of planes with a helmet and with a camera on my head. I've been in planes that have gone dead stick. That means there's no engine, there's no power. Okay, let me tell you something you don't do. You don't say, oh, look, we're going to land in the ocean. I think I'll videotape it out the window. Do you know what garbage that is that they're telling you? There's an actual video footage of the plane that Loretta Fuddy, who signed off on Barack's birth certificate, who's a member of the same cult, that they just happened to install in Hawaii as health director. That's insane. And the skydiver, or the guy that's in the Cessna that's going down in the ocean, what, he just happened to have a video camera? I'm a skydiving videographer, for God's sakes. I have a helmet with, cameras on them. And you know what? You don't sit there and go, oh, I think I'll get a good video of us going in. Hell no, you're about to die. You're trying to buckle up, either that, and these guys aren't skydivers, and they're not going to have any presence of mind to go, oh, I think I'll get a video. That's insane. But they're trying to sell you this garbage on the news. Oh, look, here's actual footage. Watch. They literally say, actual footage. Watch.
To Barack Obama, whose logo is a rising sun, and his birth certificate.
Hang on.
9. Loretta Fuddy.
There it is. They said this is actual footage. So some guy in a freaking Cessna going down in the water off Hawaii goes, hey, I think I'll do a video of us crashing. Bullshit. Total bullshit. I'm sorry, man. I can't take it. It's just insane. Here we go. Actual video of Loretta Fuddy dying. That means, oh, look, Loretta Fuddy's dead. Don't ask any questions. You know, the one who signed off on his fake birth certificate. It's just garbage. It's such garbage.
Was recently mysteriously killed in a plane crash. And oddly enough, she was the one person of 7 billion people on planet Earth.
Oh, look, and I got
his birth certificate.
Okay, wait a minute. No, hang on, wait a minute. This is great.
It happened to be the one link.
Look, so hey, you know what? We're out on the plane, and look, I'm swimming around in the water, and I got my camera. I think I'll get some video. Stop it! It's embarrassing. It's so freaking embarrassing. Okay.
To Barack Obama, whose logo is a rising sun, and his birth certificate. Truly, dead men or women tell me. And oddly enough, she was the one person of 7 billion people.
Look. He's in the water getting video of the plane and Loretta Faith. See, she's dead. See, we wrecked in the ocean. See, there's the plane. See, Loretta Faith's gone. It's like, stop it. It's embarrassing, guys. It's so embarrassing.
On planet Earth, who was also a member of the Rising Sun cult, that happened to be the one link to Barack Obama, whose logo is a rising sun, and his birth certificate. Truly, dead men or women tell no tales. Now let us consider some more information.
Okay, I'm going to pause it. I want to show you something for a sec. Let me go to this folder right here. Let me open up a folder just so you guys can see it, because I noticed some of the stuff on the internet, they're trying to change some stuff. And like when I started looking for it, I'm like, wait a minute, they're trying to hide stuff. Just like they're trying to hide Strong's Concordance meanings, I noticed. Let me go down here. Ready? Watch this. The sun is central to the origin story of Subud, as it relates to the founding experience of Muhammad Subud Sumo Hadi Wido Jojo. That's quite a name. Did you know what he's known as? Bapak, B-A-P-A-K. This guy right here, Muhammad Sabu Somo Hadi Wido Jojo. That guy. A brilliant light. They saw a brilliant light and saw what appeared to be the sun descending onto his body. The light, the sun, was interpreted as a sign of divine energy or the great life force, signaling the start of the spiritual mission. Okay, here's the founder of Subud, that Muhammad guy. They call him Bapak. Look, Bapak. Okay, Barack. It's like, dude, stop. It's just embarrassing. Okay, here we go. Here's some more.
Inside Akhenaten himself. The mummy. Akhenaten means worshippers of the sun. Here is a hieroglyph of Akhenaten, which shows an image of an alien inside Akhenaten himself. In the Bible, the devil is called the serpent or the dragon. Here is an image of Akhenaten in another hieroglyph, which shows a dragon coming out of the sun. Once again, the sun is involved. Revelation 12:9 in the Bible states, "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceives the whole world." Therefore we know that the dragon is Satan.
And this is a clear plastic layover of another hieroglyph of Akhenaten. And if you look at the flame of the dragon, it goes directly to the crotch of the female that's reaching up to the dragon. It literally, the flame of the dragon goes straight to her crotch.
The Bible says that Satan turns things around and backwards and upside down. In Isaiah 29:16, let us consider those words. Here are images from the Bible, different versions that you may read for yourself. Now let us look at the 2008 inauguration of Barack Obama, whose mother's cult leader was also known as Bapak, B-A-P-A-K, almost identical to the name Barack.
So Barca.
The leader of the cult, who was given his name under very mysterious circumstances. His name is Mohammed Sabu. The word Mohammed means to praise, and the word Sabu means the rising sun. So the words together mean to praise the rising sun. Here is a clip that shows Barack Obama giving his acceptance speech, standing on a stage that is a replica he had built of the seat of Satan.
Okay, you see this right here? This is in the Berlin Museum. This is the altar of Pergamum mentioned in the Bible, the seat of Satan. Look at it. You see right here? Look right here. You see this? Look right here at this end. Barack actually asked the Berlin Museum if he could have that deconstructed, brought to the U.S. and set up to give his acceptance speech on the seat of Satan. And they said, no, we're not letting you take the altar of Pergamum and reconstruct it in the U.S. So you know what he did? He built a replica of it. What does that tell you? He's giving his acceptance speech for president with 2 fake kids, a fake wife, and no birth certificate, proven to be a fraud from this cult called Sabud, and his logo is the rising sun? And Akhenaten means worshipers of the sun? Okay, you can't make this stuff up.
which is at the Berlin Museum. As he gives his...
Here's the replica he made. Look, this is the replica he made of the seat of Satan. This is what he gave his speech on in the Denver Broncos Stadium. I know thy works and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is, where Satan dwelleth. Revelation 2:12-13. And Barack Obama on the Jumbotron right here and right here, see redoubling himself, and he is the Antichrist.
He encourages the crowd to repeat after him. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Remember that Satan turns things backwards and upside down. If you listen to the words, yes, we can, backwards, it simply plays, thank you, Satan. Thank you, Satan. So he is...
Also, and I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. Okay, let me tell you something. The coronavirus, corona, they're making fun of God's angelic beings like we are a virus, because a crown, we're from heaven. And so they gave everybody this shot that put graphene in them. You know why? They're wiring up the house. Now they got to put the modem in you. Do you understand? He went out conquering with a bow. People think that means a bow and arrow. No, it doesn't. It means to tie together with a simple fabric. That's what the word conquering with a bow, like you tie two things together, you know, like a serpent and a sheep tied together with graphene in you. So you become a magnetic prison, so your spiritual essence can't be changed. Now you know. There you go. He was given to him a bow. You know what? Let me just show you that. Revelation 6. Let me pause. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and him that sat upon it had a bow. Right there. 51:15. A bow. Ready? A bow. As apparently the simplest fabric. A bow. Like fabric. For tying something together. That's to produce from seed, as a mother, a plant, the earth, to bear, be born. So they're tying angelic beings to the earth through the bow that went in everybody's arm to put graphene in you. So once they put the modem in you and you give up your free will, you cannot be changed back. That's why anyone that takes a mark in their right hand or their forehead, there's no going back from it, guys. Now you know what the word bow means. It's not a bow and arrow. It's a bow for tying together. A lot of people have mistaught the Bible. And that's what the Lord used me for, was to show you and protect the Word of God. Here you go. There it is.
That is a replica he had built of the seat of Satan.
I mean, that's crazy.
Which is at the Berlin Museum.
There it is. Look,
As
right
he
there.
gives his speech, he encourages the crowd to repeat after him. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Hoc rabios.
Remember that Satan turns things backwards and upside down. If you listen to the words, yes, we can, backwards, it simply plays, thank you, Satan. Thank you, Satan. So he is standing on a stage, and they are praising Satan, saying it backwards, just as the Bible says.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Hey, you say. Hey.
Look at his face, guys. Just take a moment. Just look at his face.
Thank you, Satan. Thank you, Satan.
Look.
So he is standing on a stage, and they are praising Satan.
Look at his eyes. Look at his face.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Heck you say. Heck you say. Heck you say. Heck you say.
So Barack Obama, which means lightning from heaven, from Luke 10:18, in which Jesus said, I beheld Satan falling as lightning from heaven, Barack Obama, is
In Luke chapter 10, verse 18, I beheld Satan falling as lightning from heaven. Barak is the word for lightning. From is the letter O or U. Heaven, Bama, in Isaiah 14. I will arise above the heights, Bama. Barack Obama. Lightning, Barak. Oh, from Bama, the heavens. Lightning from heaven, Barack Obama.
standing on a stage that is a replica of the seat of Satan. He is having the crowd chant, yes we can, which backwards is thank you Satan. And his logo is the rising sun. And the leader of the cult that his mother is from means to praise the rising sun.
Mohammed means to praise, and Sabud is the rising sun. And I just showed you that. I had to go re-look it up. They're trying to hide it.
The only connection to Barack Obama and his birth certificate. Loretta Fuddy was mysteriously killed in a plane crash, and out of 7 billion people on planet Earth, she is the one connection between Barack Obama and his birth certificate, and they are from the same cult, the Rising Sun. The coming of the Mahdi, the Antichrist, will be preceded by the sun rising over the west.
It shall be preceded by the sun rising from the place of its setting, from the Hadith. There it is.
Let us consider everything you're looking at and consider it well before we move on to the conclusion.
My name is Barack Obama. My mother was born in Kansas. My father was born in Kenya. And I was born, of course, in Hawaii.
And he winked his eye.
Remember that Satan turns things upside down and backwards. Let us look at 9/11. It is an established fact that 9/11 and the bombing of the Twin Towers was done with the knowledge of our own government, as well as the image of the bombing being printed on U.S. currency. It is a fact that Barack Obama signed an 11,000-pound steel beam at the top of the One World Freedom Center, which replaced the Twin Towers. The beam read, "We remember, we rebuild, we come back stronger." It is a fact that the letters WWW from we in Hebrew are va va va, which is the equivalent of 666. Therefore, when Barack Obama signed the top of the One World Freedom Tower, he signed the numbers 666 in Hebrew. It is a fact that Revelation 9:11 states, quote, "And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in Greek tongue has the name Apollyon." It is also a fact that Eos, E-O-S, means morning star or goddess. It is also an established fact that Eo, the root of Eos, means Abaddon or Apollyon. It is a fact that the name Barack Hussein Sobarka appears on his mother's 1968 passport extension from Indonesia. Remember, Satan turns things backwards and upside down. Let us look at Sobarka broken down backwards. The root of Hakrab is Akra, which means weakness of will, acting in a way that is contrary to one's sincerely held moral values. This is what happens when a person falls into a sinful state. They act in a way that is contrary to their sincerely held moral values. Remember, Eos means goddess or morning star. Eo, the root, means Abaddon or Apollyon.
And Hakrab means scorpion, and Eos means goddess of the dawn.
The root of Sobarka backward is a sinful state. The entirety of the word is a sinful state, Abaddon. Here is an image of the Denver Broncos Stadium as they worship their king, Abaddon, the rider on the white.
I mean, that's the seat of Satan he's on. I mean, do you understand what I'm showing you? You're looking at a fake president with no birth certificate, a forged birth certificate, fake kids, husband that's dressed as a woman. I mean, hello. I mean, it's like, what, has the whole world taken a complete crazy pill? He's having the altar of Pergamum, rebuilt in the Denver Broncos Stadium. That's insane. So he's standing on the seat of Satan. Then he must be Satan? I mean, hello. Yes, we can. Thank you, Satan. You can't make this stuff up, folks. It's impossible. And the white horse, and he went out conquering with a bow. What did he, what was going on at the time with Fauci and Obama and the whole, y'all know what was going on. They fed you a bunch of malarkey to get you to do it. And there's a lot of people that stood against it, and they were demonized for not wanting to take it. That's why I got kicked off YouTube, even though I didn't give any medical misinformation. I showed you, go look up RNA, the RPTOR, Raptor. RPTOR means raptor. You know, like a raptor from Jurassic Park, that kind of raptor. Raptor, was the messenger DNA, RPTOR, the RNA. It's an RNA vaccine. Hello. Yeah. Anyway, I've taken a lot of flack.
The name Obama took from his Indonesian stepfather, Lolo Sotoro. That class register says Obama came from Honolulu and lists his date of birth. But look at his nationality. It's listed as Indonesian and his religion as Islam.
What I was suggesting, you are absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that has not
Christian
come my Christian faith.
And they did it because they know their king. Who's their king? Who's their king? The angel of the bottomless pit, whose name is Abaddon, Apollyon. Mystery solved, folks. It's over.
My mother was born in Kansas. My father was born in Kenya. And I was born, of course, in Hawaii. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Okay, I need my phone back.
We're so excited to talk to you about the Obama presidential Senate today.
Got it. Hold on one second. I can't believe I'm still dealing with this.
I've got some unfinished business.
Oh, you want some of this?
1446, Gedor, enclosure, a wall. Behold, the great wall which holds back the abundance of the rivers shall burst forth, bringing the hand of the oppressor against you. For mighty is your enemy that has risen from within your own borders. Now behold the abomination of desolation, spoken by Daniel the prophet, standing in the holy place where it should not be. Here is the mystery made known to you. You are the holy place of which I speak, and the abomination shall rise from within the walls of the temple to destroy the temple, For have you not seen and have you not heard? Has it not been made known to you? Have you not read the scriptures? For when the sons of Elohim, God, came into the daughters of men, they did bear children to them, and the same became mighty men. Has not the sea turned mighty, and the sea shall turn terrible before your very eyes, and the terrible one shall be elevated within the sea. Barack Hussein Obama. And he shall come forth from the sea, and with words of peace he will bring chaos and destruction. The words that came out of my mouth ended up being printed on U.S. currency notes. Out of the sea shall come fire and smoke and a devouring wind. That's on your $100 bill. Water as high as the walls of Jerusalem shall cover the city by the sea. That's on your $10 bill. The other bombings, Federal Building bombing, Twin Tower bombing, Pentagon bombing, they're already printed on your other bills and they already happened. I wonder if the new images printed on the new bills are going to happen. Okay, I made my point, right? So, what unfinished business is he talking about? Well, he knows that the blue representing the serpent race, the scorpion race, the insect race, has taken the country already from the inside. Isn't that crazy? For mighty is your enemy that has risen from within your own borders. I prophesied that in 2007, and that's what's happening now. All you got to do is look at Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries and all these sick, twisted liars that are hell-bent on holding everybody hostage. They don't want you to have free will, guys. They want to take your free will. They want to enslave you. End of story. All right, guys. I love you in Christ. The time is upon us. It's here. The time is here. All right. Peace and grace. Don't forget, keep going. Always put your trust in the Lord. Lean not into your own understanding, but in all your ways, acknowledge the Lord, and He will direct your path. I love you in Christ. I'm going to go grab my bear. I think we need a bear hug cult moment. Here it is. I know a lot of us, once we get converted, everybody rejects you. The Bible says, if the world hateth you, know that it hated me before it hated you, but I have chosen you to come out of the world. Therefore, the world hateth you. So I know a lot of times hugs are few and far between. The get-together, how awesome was that? How much love did you guys feel at the get-together? Wasn't it nice to be around a bunch of like-minded people while the serpent on the other side of the street was having a conniption fit? God have mercy on her. And she was just over there running up and down her side of the street, losing her little serpent mind. God have mercy on her. And we're all over there hugging each other, supporting each other, hanging out together. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so this represents me hugging you because you're not here with me, or you hugging any of our brothers and sisters. I love you in Christ. I'm here for you. I'll stay here until it's time to go. Whatever comes, comes. All right? I love you in Christ. Put all your trust in God and lean not unto your own understanding, and He'll take care of you. All right. Peace and grace, guys. I love you in Christ. The King's coming. Guaranteed.